Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in for this week in rewards here on Rewards Canada for June 10th to 16th, 2023. I'm your host Patrick, founder of rewardscanada.ca. If this is your first time checking this out, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button and hit the notification bell so that you get notified of future live broadcasts that we have and any other videos that we post on there, like our podcast videos. Everyone. Thank you for tuning in for this week in rewards here on Rewards Canada for June 10th. Okay, this is weird. Something's going on. Hold on, people. I'm your host, Patrick, founder of rewardscanada.ca. If this is your first time checking this out, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button and hit the notification bell. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty there on my end there. Apologize for that. So I think we can go now. I was getting a little bit of feedback and stuff. I'm like, what? I'm hearing myself over and over here, but it appears to be all fixed. So for this week, we're going to actually cover something from last week, which I did not cover in last week's episode. I wanted to leave it for this one, and that is RBC Avion Rewards. I mean, a lot of people still know it as RBC Rewards, but it's now called Avion Rewards. Launched Avion Select for early access to Avion Select. What is Avion Select? That is their new program for all Canadians, where you actually don't have to be an RBC customer or client. You don't have to have bank accounts or credit cards with them. You can actually just go ahead and join Avion Select, part of Avion Rewards. And what it is right now, when you join it, is just like a cashback shopping app, basically, very much like their Ampli. And I one of our readers actually commented that they think they're going to roll Ampli in, and I would have to agree that I think once this Avion Select is fully implemented, that we're going to see Ampli disappear. It's just going to be folded in to Avion Select, part of Avion Rewards. So basically what it is you earn cashback for online shopping. But what they're promising in the future, because it's part of Avion Rewards, is that you can choose to earn points and redeem those points for travel, merchandise, gift cards. So everything basically you can do in the Avion Rewards program, except you probably won't be able to convert to their airline partners. Maybe WestJet, we don't know, because I know like the Avion premium level, like the middle level, you can convert to WestJet, but not to like British Airways or to Cathay Pacific. So chances are you won't get that with Avion Select. Maybe not WestJet. It'd be cool if they did have that conversion option to WestJet, but we'll see, because that's kind of a thing for them to upsell. To get people joining or I guess acquiring RBC products. When I was looking at this, I signed up for this program, this Avion Select, and the cashback earn rates right now actually aren't too bad. They're pretty competitive. Some of the places like Old Navy, they were offering higher rates than Great Canadian Rebates or Rakuten or any of the places, but on some others they were a little bit lower. So it's kind of a mixed bag in terms of what sort of returns you can earn on their cashback right now. So I'll be really curious to see. I have a feeling they're going to make the earn rates quite good for points, because they'll probably keep it similar to the cashback percentage. But I think where this program might have difficulty is on the redemption side. It's like, what are the points going to be worth towards travel? Right now, if you look at RBC Avion, if you're the Avion Elite level, like if you have an Avion Infinite card or Infinite Privilege card, you get the award chart where you get good value, or you can redeem for any travel that you book through RBC Avion Rewards at 100 points to $1. But then if you have an Ion or Ion Plus card that's not connected to one of the Avion, I guess you call it elite cards, your redemption rate drops to 172 points to $1. So already it's quite a bit worse, and it's not a great rate. So what will this Avion Select, because this Avion Select I'm going to assume is the bottom tier of Avion Rewards. So if it's below even the Ion cards, what is the redemption rate going to be? I mean, I threw out there a guess of 200 or maybe 250 points to $1. So it's going to, we'll have to wait to see. It's going to happen this fall, that they're going to launch the points options and these other redemption things for the program. So we'll see if I'm even close to that, or if they're going to make it at the level, maybe a little bit better. We'll have to wait to see. This is RBC's chance to take on the Aero plans and the Air Miles and programs like that. But it's all going to come down to how valuable the actual redemption side of earning points through this Avion Select will be. And I said in my blog post and everything, which I'll link to below, it's a tough call because I feel like this is more of a program for RBC that they're going to use to try and upsell you to getting their credit cards or getting their bank accounts. So they can't make Avion Select too lucrative. Otherwise, people are just going to join it without adding the RBC products. So I feel like it's going to be kind of a, what's a good word to use here, a lukewarm program when it comes to points and redeeming for travel and stuff like that. But only time will tell. So that's covering some news from last week was Avion Select. The big news for this week is everybody who has had or has the Alaska Airlines MBNA cards, whether it's the World Elite or Platinum Plus, are getting notices that their cards are being converted to MBNA Rewards cards, the World Elite or Platinum Plus. This is going to happen as of September 1st. Some people are actually getting notices that their accounts are being closed down. We don't know. I've reached out to MBNA finding out why are some people being targeted to convert and why are some are being closed down. Some people online are saying that perhaps it's how much you spend with them, how much you use the cards, how valuable of a customer you are to MBNA. So I guess if you got that Alaska card just for a sign-up bonus or churned it a few times because like the most churnable card in Canada there for a while, they may not be converting you because you're not very profitable to them. So who knows? That could be, that's just a guess as to why some people are just getting closure notices and not conversion notices. But anyways, the people who are getting conversion notices, there's great news in there saying that coming soon, you'll be able to convert MBNA Rewards points. These are the cards you're being converted to from Alaska, that you'll be able to convert them to Alaska Airlines Mileage Plan. And why this is so significant is that a card like the MBNA Rewards World Elite MasterCard earns 1 to 5 points per dollar spent, has a 10% birthday bonus. You're earning up to 5.5 points per dollar. And they've already announced that this conversion ratio is going to be 1 to 1. So that means the MBNA Rewards World Elite MasterCard will earn up to 5.5 mileage plan miles per dollar. Now, if we take a low valuation of mileage plan miles of 1.5 cents each, that's a big return. You're looking at around an 8% return, a little higher. I'm just doing the math quickly in my head on those 5.5 points per dollar you earn. Like the MBNA, as you're well aware if you follow Rewards Canada for a while, the World Elite, we rank as one of these points earning machines up there with the Cobalt card and the Scotiabank Gold American Express card because they're earning the true 5 points per dollar. So we have this 1-to-1 conversion ratio. Now, I'm going to put a big asterisk beside that right now because what we are unaware of is if this 1-to-1 conversion, or just the conversion in general to a mileage plan, is going to be limited to those who had the Alaska cards and being converted over. So it's kind of like a grandfathered type option, or if this will be open to all card holders once they implement it. So even if you had the World Elite, MBNA Rewards World Elite now, or if you get it in the future, that you'll get this conversion option. And the way things are worded in their notices, and I'll link to those notices as well to the blog post and the notices are in there, it kind of reads that it will be open to the whole program, which is amazing, which would be huge. And that, right now I rank the World Elite MBNA Rewards card as number 8 overall in Canada. That'll probably push it up to 6th, maybe even 5th. We'll have to see. I'll have to run the numbers a bit, but it may even crack the top 5 cards in Canada overall with this. The hardest part, of course, is Mileage Plan is a frequent flyer program. Some people don't like being connected to frequent flyer programs, but that's where this card, becoming a hybrid card, becomes even more valuable because you don't have to use the frequent flyer program. It's there as kind of a backup. If you find an awesome redemption on, JAL Mileage, or JAL Japan Airlines, I was going to say Mileage Bank, but you're not converting to Mileage Bank, you're converting to Mileage Plan, or Cathay Pacific or anything like that, you can convert your points, but otherwise you can just book travel through MBNA Rewards, or it's well known too for their e-gift cards actually provide some amazing value. So overall, it's going to be another term I use a lot, well-rounded but powerful credit card with all these options. Now I do have, I emailed my contact at MBNA asking them if they can confirm if this is going to be open to all cardholders. Still waiting to hear back. he did give me an update that, it's a bank. Sometimes the different divisions take a while to talk to each other, and that the process is slow, because he's not on the product teams. My contact is on more on the affiliate side, but he has reached out to the product team. So hopefully we'll hear something soon as to if this is going to be open to everybody. And if it is, that's going to be huge news. Hopefully that's something we'll have for you next week. I also asked them, what criteria are they using for people who are getting the closure notices versus the conversion notices. And if there's anybody, if you guys did receive a closure notice, if there's anything you guys can do to to not have your card closed. So I've asked them about that as well. So hopefully we'll have all these answers for you next week on Rewards Canada. So that was the big news of the week, by far. Next up, what I wanted to cover, just posted on the blog yesterday, was this loyalty lesson. If you haven't seen it, it's a quirk in the baggage coverage on Desjardins Insurance. And this is Desjardins Insurance on their Desjardins cards and also on Calabria, all the credit union cards, or not all, but majority credit union cards in Canada. Their baggage insurance has the same stipulations or restrictions as their out-of-province emergency medical insurance coverage. So they put time and age restrictions on baggage coverage. And like, this had me scratching my head. It's like, what? Why? Why are you doing, what difference does it make your age as to whether your baggage is going to be stolen off, a baggage carousel, or if the airline's going to lose your luggage, or or it's going to be damaged when when a baggage handler throws it off the cart or something like that. It doesn't matter if you're 75 years old or 25 years old. So this is kind of, like I said, it's a mind-boggling restriction that they put on their baggage coverage. Now, I feel the reason it's there is because the way their coverage reads is that they actually cover you for lost or stolen goods while you're on vacation. So not just while it's a common carrier. So not while you're just flying or taking a train or plane, boat type thing. Even while you're on vacation, so you may not be traveling, I believe it covers you for anything that if you lose or your luggage is stolen. But again, I don't know. I don't know of many, people age difference between, whether they're 40, 60, 80, that are gonna, that's gonna really affect how luggage is gonna be maybe stolen or lost. I really don't know. So that really, yeah. So I just wanted to let everybody know, like, if you have one of the Desjardins cards, and the Desjardins cards are actually really good. They have a good lineup of cards. So there's quite a few, especially out in Ontario and Quebec, quite a few people who have these cards. So I wanted to make you guys aware of this, that take a look at this baggage coverage. Even if you're younger, if you're under 65, or what was the age of them? I think somewhere under 50, they only cover you for 60 days. So baggage. So if you're on a 3-month trip, trekking through Asia or Europe or something, after 60 days and your return flight is 80 days, you're not going to be covered on your return flight. Now, they say you can reach out to them to extend or provide or get extended coverage. Now, I don't know if they sell that to you or if you just have to get a note on your thing. And if it's free, that's cool. But the fact that you still would have to take an extra step to call them to get extended coverage, why not just, offer it right from the start? So I think what Desjardins would have to do here is actually split the insurance up. Have baggage coverage, which covers you for your common carriers, like all the other cards, and that's limited, that's basically goes with your entire trip duration. It has nothing to do with age, has nothing to do with 15 days. If your trip's 18 days, you're covered for 18 days type thing. And then put on a separate personal effects insurance. Now, we see personal effects insurance on car rental insurance, and this is, when things are stolen from your car, like your rental car while you're on vacation. Some car issuers have that, some others don't. So maybe they put a trip personal effects. But again, like, I don't see, by splitting it up, it still comes down to age. I don't see how age would really affect that. Maybe they can put time. It's like, we only cover you for 60 days for your personal effects. That I would understand. But if they put 15 days for those who are 70 and over, 30 days for those who are just 55 and over, or whatever they use for their numbers, I don't have those in front of me. It just doesn't really make too much sense. So anyways, so that was that one. And I just want to make everybody aware who has Calabria cards and the Desjardins cards that there's this, little quirk with your insurance that you should be aware of. I'm just going to, hold on a second. I'm just going to put this up. There's something I have to take care of here. Sorry, guys. Apologize for that, but I'm back now. So that's actually good timing because we finished the loyalty lesson. Hopefully we didn't lose many followers there who are watching live. I mean, we don't have a lot of people who watch live yet, so we'll get to that point. I see that Andrew gave a nice happy face there, but so thank you, Andrew, in the chat for joining us, and anybody else who is watching right now, live or afterwards. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Let people know what we do here. You know, I have fun doing this. So whether it's one person watching it live, 100 people live, which we've never had, but maybe we'll get there one day. So there's just going to be a couple more things that I'll cover today. So let's cover a bonus offer. Haven't done too many bonus offers here in the This Week in Rewards live stuff outside of some of the credit card things. But this one is a hotel stay bonus. So Fairmont, with their All Accor Live Limitless program, they're offering 2 times points for stays in North America over summer. So this is all your Fairmont hotels across Canada, Sofitel, Novotel out east. The hotel was at Belmont in Vancouver, and then quite a few locations in the States as well, Mexico, Panama, those type of places. If you have any stays planned, be sure to register for this offer because 2 times points with Accor hotels can really be lucrative because stays at Fairmont hotels are not cheap. If you want to stay overnight at the Fairmont Banff Springs, even the basic room, you're looking at $300-400 a night. Stay in something fancier, it's $600-700. Fairmont gold level over the summer, you're probably looking close to $1,000 a night. So you might as well get a really good return by getting this 2 times points. The Accor program kind of works like cash back. And that when you get get enough points, I'd have to double check this. This is one I don't remember. It's either 2,000 points or 4,000 points you can redeem for 20 euros off towards your bill once you have those points in your account. So it just works as a cash back towards your future stays. So yeah, be sure to check that out. You have to register for the offer. I'll put the link to the post underneath in the description here so that you can sign up for that. But yeah, definitely, or even if you're traveling outside, or no, I guess this is North America, outside of North America to earn the bonus. But you know what? We'll go to our Accor page. We have lots of offers there. They're always running tons of bonuses for stays in Europe and even in Asia. They actually just put up today, I put up an offer for dining in Australia, New Zealand, and Hawaii. Check out that page. It's really cool. I love, and that's one thing that you can see my love for this is these bonus offers, and you learn so much about all these places around the world. You learn about hotels that you never knew of before, and you watch these offers. So if you're traveling to Australia, New Zealand, or even Hawaii, they only have one hotel in Hawaii, but you can earn double points at dining at their restaurants, and you don't even have to stay at the hotels. So that's something I'm going to cover too in the future on Rewards Canada. I was going to do a whole kind of piece on hotel dining without hotel stays, because you can earn points at Marriott hotels, IHG hotels, Accor, all these places. You can earn points for dining at the hotels without actually staying. So that's something we'll cover in the future. And then the last thing we'll cover today, this was pretty big news as well early on in the week, is that Air Canada is going to limit access to Maple Leaf lounges to 3 hours prior to departure. They're suffering like everybody else. I mean, if you read any blogs or social media, you'll see that, especially in the US, there is so much lounge overcrowding going on. There's lineups, 30 minutes, 45 minutes to get into a lounge that people are waiting to get in. And Air Canada has to do the same thing. I mean, first of all, just late last year, they cut access for 35 Ks. You get your 2 passes annually, but your unlimited access is gone now for 35 Ks. You have to be 50 K and up. But for all these members, elite status members or premium credit card holders, you can now only access Maple Leaf lounges 3 hours prior to departure. And they're trying to do this just to alleviate lineups to get into the lounges, and also seating because the lounges, once you get in, are full and you can't find any place to sit. I experienced this even before. They're saying like this became huge after the pandemic. Even prior to the pandemic, this was happening at some lounges. I remember at the Centurion Lounge in San Francisco, our family, we got in and 5 minutes later we were out because we could not find anywhere to sit. And this has happened a few times with Centurion Lounges. Phoenix Centurion Lounge was packed, but honestly, there it was cool because right next door is the Escape Lounge. It's the same entrance, and the Escape Lounge had almost nobody in it, and so we went in there because same entrance, same access, and that was good. So that worked out. But yeah, so it's been there for a while, and it's just getting worse. I mean, I guess a victim of their own success of all the credit cards offering lounge access. Your Priority Pass, Dragon Passes, everything. The only ways to alleviate it right now without adding more lounges is, of course, to limit access. So that's what Air Canada has done, is they're limiting access. Now, access is not limited if you're connecting. So if you have a long connection in Toronto or somewhere, like say you're flying Vancouver to, who knows, Frankfurt, and you're not flying direct, you went through Toronto instead. If you have a 5-hour layover, you can stay there for 5 hours because that's not part of it. And if your flight's delayed, you're allowed to stay longer. So be aware of that as well. So now if you're going to the airport 4 hours prior, you may not be getting in. It never hurts to ask. If the lounge isn't full, chances are they'll let you in prior to 3 hours. So it never hurts to ask, but know that the rule is there that technically you're not supposed to go until 3 hours before. And Andrew says, yeah, the change kind of sucks personally, but it is kind of reasonable. Yeah, 3 hours, that's what they're kind of recommending you go to the airport, right? They recommend you go 3 hours before your flight now. So for most people, it shouldn't be too big of issue, but there's times where people do go in early. I put some examples on the blog post that said maybe instead you live somewhere closer to the airport, and instead of going to the office for a couple hours because you have to fly later on, you just go straight to the airport and use the lounge as an office. And people do that. So unfortunately for some of those people, it won't work. You may have to lounge hop, go to a Plaza Premium Lounge first and then the Maple Leaf Lounge. I've done this too, where I've had flown out to Toronto, had meetings in the morning, and it was just best for me to just go to the airport once those meetings were done. And sometimes it'd be 5 hours before my flight. So I would just go to the lounge and work from the lounge. So for some people it's going to suck, but I think for the majority of people, it's not too bad. The question is it actually going to work? Is it going to alleviate the lineups and the lack of seating? I guess time will tell. This only kicked in a couple of days ago, so if you've been traveling and have been to one of the Maple Leaf Lounge the last couple of days, let us know if you've noticed any difference. You can do so in the comments below or send us an email. And yeah, so those were basically the main things this week. I don't know if anybody has any questions or comments. You can ask me questions about anything. It doesn't even have to be what we covered here. Is there anything you guys have heard of or know of that maybe we haven't touched upon yet that we need to cover on the Rewards Canada site? Do let me know. You can always contact us via our contact page in the comments, you name it. But other than that, we've been on now already. Oh, wow, this one went quick. It's almost been 25 minutes. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks for some of the comments there. And everybody have yourselves a great weekend, and I will see you next